Evening all. Well, I'm saying evening. It's about 3:45 in the afternoon. I've just finished work, got changed. Well, not just, but a bit back. I've not been on for a while because I've really not been very well at all. Still unwell, but I feel guilty for not coming on and doing a reading. And I think it's important for me to come on and do a reading today because tomorrow there's the march in London for Tommy Robinson, for freedom, for his freedom. Now, it's all gone very, very quiet. Well, not totally quiet. His friends and the people who are close to him have carried on carrying the torch for him. But there are lots of things. So there's one or two things that really do concern me about what the state of play is with Tommy Robinson. At the moment, his friends have been told that they can no longer visit him. Those who've got social media accounts can no longer visit him because they are frightened that they're going to put information on social media about Tommy Robinson. Doesn't seem to be much thought about his well-being, seeing as how he's in solitary confinement. And he's now done 3 months in solitary confinement, where apparently the guidelines are more than 72 hours can cause mental distress. So I think it seems like a deliberate attempt to me to send him insane. And withholding visits and things like that is such a big thing for someone who's in prison anyway. But can you imagine what it's like for someone who is in solitary confinement? It's actually quite barbaric, and if it was any other country, we'd be screaming about it. So I wanted to just come on and have a look at what the state of play is with Tommy at the moment, and just have a quick delve into the march and see if that's going to go off okay. I'm moving my camera a bit because I think it's a little my phone, sorry, because I think it was a bit out of focus. Can't really see too much myself now, and it's at that angle. So I'm going to start with an enchanted map oracle card first, and see what we can get some strength, some advice, some guidance about Tommy Robinson, please, today. Updates for the total for this month, which will be paid on the 21st of February. The cut-off point is the 2nd of February, and then it gets paid on between the 21st and the 27th, I think. Up to now, the total is £198, so we're still doing really, really well. Clearly not as well as last month, but there's been a few days where I've not been here, and some of the videos that have been requested and some of the videos that I've put up myself haven't been as popular. So it's really important that your engagement with the videos that I put out there, that's what creates the revenue through the adverts and things. So I've got to thank you for your continued support, and all the new subscribers as well. This might be a really crap reading because I actually am quite unwell. So we've got commitment. See, now this reminds me of that word on its own reminds me of Tommy Robinson, because he has been committed to his cause, which started off as, and it's continued right through. He's gone on about the grooming gangs. I can't say the R word because apparently I get community noted or whatever it is, and videos get demonetized for it. His commitment, unswerving commitment to his community and the people in his community and wider communities, to telling the truth. but I will read the card, blurb for the card, number 36, commitment. Partnerships formed at this time are harmonious and powerful. The commitment card also indicates the natural evolution of a relationship from its inception to a literal or metaphorical marriage. At the very least, there is a promise of fulfillment in some form. However, you must be conscious of what you're committing to. Be clear about the nature of your commitment and your responsibility to it. Others are more willing to enter into partnerships at this time. Remember, your partnership with spirit and the highest version of your own self will engage the highest self in another. So this is also about our commitment to each other, to Tommy, to excuse me. This is also talking about what's your commitment to supporting Stephen Yaxley Lennon with this cause, which is a very just cause. And as just a few weeks ago, it all blew up in the newspapers and on the radio and on the television about the grooming gangs. It's, as always, it's died down again. There isn't someone banging that drum, and the person who has been banging that drum for 15 years has been silenced and put into solitary confinement, where he's also been secluded from his friends. I hope that doesn't extend to his family as well, because then we would be saying that that is a clear and deliberate attempt to send him insane. What this government is doing to Stephen is absolutely barbaric, in my opinion, and I am entitled to it. Right, so let's have a little look. Come on, Stephen Lennon. Currently in Woodhall Prison, Milton Keynes, in solitary confinement. Just had a good portion of his visits removed. I think I even saw a thing earlier today. It was a quick X account from that the American guy, and I've forgotten his name, who was just about to board a flight, or he's boarded a flight, or he's flying to the UK for tomorrow's march, and has had an email from the governor of Woodhall Prison telling him that he will not be allowed to visit him at all because he's got a social media account. I mean, come on. Do we all need to start writing to the governor of Woodhall Prison now, and reminding her that she has a duty of care to prisoners in her charge, and that's including the ones that are in prison and not on a criminal ticket. It's a civil offence, not a criminal offence. It's just, it beggars belief. So what am I asking first? Am I asking about his welfare? What's the situation with Stephen at the moment? What's the situation with Stephen right now? We've got the King of Swords. So right now, at the moment, he's actually outwardly quite stoic. So he's braving it out quite a lot. He's quite logical. He can understand why they've done it. He knows why they've done it. He understands why they've done it. He realizes it's a strategy, a tactic. So outwardly, he is really, really very stoic and brave. And he's not stupid. He knows what the crack is. So right now, that's on his outward appearance. What about his inner self? We've got the world. So yeah. So this, right. Hang on. What did you say? Say that again. Right. What goes around comes around. Every dog has its day. So this is what it feels very much. Oh, I've got a shiver. Go on. Yeah, I think there is. It feels like there's a lot of hope with this card. Whereas he knows what the issue is, but there's a lot of hope with this card. It's like, one of these days, I'll be out and I will have my day. The world will continue to turn, and those who are in the wrong will come out as being in the wrong. And I think it feels very much like he's hanging on to the, I'm going to have my day. I'm going to have my day in court. I'm going to have my day. And it feels very woe-betide anybody who's had anything to do with this current incarceration and the way that they've gone about it. So what about his sentence? So is this going to continue as solitary confinement? Is there going to be some issue with court? I think has he got a court case with it? Right, too many. Right, come on. What's next for Tommy? What's the next thing for Tommy? What's next, please? What's next for Stephen? Right. So he's got the Two of Cups. What's next? Two of Cups. This is partnerships, but it's also decisions. But this is it's a decision to do with something that he's very emotionally attached to. Now, I'm not sure whether that's the work that he's been doing or whether it's his friends and family. I'm going to carry on and I'm going to pull another one. So clarify Two of Cups for me, please. Is this his family? Is this his friends? It feels like he has... he knows what's going on outside of the prison. He's got a good grasp of what's going on outside of the prison, but because he's inside and because he's in solitary and because he's silenced, he can't really say anything. He can't even say anything through his friends. And then we've got death. So so he's right. This is his work. So he's got he's going to be forming partnerships with other people, and maintaining the partnerships he's already got, the friendships, the family, his kids and everything. But this death feels to me like he's going to make a decision to he's letting everything laid bare. He is going to expose something that he's held back from exposing. And the reason why I'm saying that is this death card. She's exposing a skeleton, everything that's in there. It's like he's going to show us, the world, who he really is. And at the same time, he's got something else he needs to expose to the world. And he's going to decide to do that. And this is a very emotional and I think a very, a very sensitive topic. So what about the march tomorrow? How's the march going to go? How's the march going to go tomorrow? Is there going to be loads of people there as normal? We've got the magician. So we've got the magician. So this is the pulling rabbits out of the hats. We're pulling rabbits out of the hats. In this case, it's a swan. Come on then, give me one more. And I've just been told to check the butterfly. So butterflies are about transformation. So this feels very much like this March is going to be incredibly well planned and organised. And there are going to be a few surprises along the way. But it's going to transform. I think with it being the magician about the image, I think it's going to transform someone's image or the image of the people who are going to attend. Now, I would like to have attended, but I can't because I'm working, so I can't attend, but I would have gone. So, oh, come on then. So we've got the magician. What else? We've got some surprises along the way. Yeah. And here comes an offer from the divine. It feels like there's going to be some surprises along the way, and someone, I would say, in prominence is going to lend a hand. I don't know whether it's going to be during the march and the subsequent speeches and etc., or whether afterwards. But there's going to be some a very very prominent person, well-respected person, either at the march and the speeches, or afterwards is going to offer some help, which is going to be really, really transformative, and it's going to push this movement one step closer towards being a mainstream acceptable thing. It feels like the phrase far right is going to be definitely reevaluated after tomorrow, but there are going to be some surprises. Now, I don't know what those surprises are. I don't know whether they're going to be good surprises or bad surprises, but there are going to be some surprises. Is Tommy going to make it to the end of his sentence without going crazy? Is Tommy going to be able to make it to the end of his sentence without going crazy? And he's got the Two of Wands. So I'm linking that card with this one. So he knows what's going on. He knows what the issue is. He knows what the deal is, and he knows better than most people why these people are doing what they're doing to him. He's going to have his day, and he's already planning. And Wands is fire. So Wands is about he's actually planning with somebody who's got a very, very, very good brain, and on his next move. So I'm going to put those down here for now. So I would say this is to do with his sentence. So yeah, and what's the outcome then? So then we've got the Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles is about reminiscing about the past. It's not. But I'm seeing reminiscing about the past. This is about give and take. This is about going back over what's gone, and then he's sharing his story, sharing the issue with someone who's got a really good brain but a very creative brain. Right. See, we've got the scales, we've got the balance, we've got the Libra scales on here. And it's not a Libra card, by the way, but they are the scales of Libra. This is justice. So I'm feeling that these conversations, this planning that's being had, that he's doing at the moment in collaboration with others, is this planning for proper justice. So I think that might be keeping him all right. Is he going to be going crackers? Are they going to keep going until he's gone crackers? All right, let's try a different one. You don't want to answer that question, do you? Is he going to be moved to a less secure prison at any point? Yes or no, please. We've got the Hanged Man. The answer to that question is not being it's not been answered yet. We've got the Hanged Man. He's in limbo right now. He's between a rock and a very hard place. But while he's in limbo, he's uncovering stuff bit by bit, and he's sort of it's like I'm getting an image of someone unpicking a jumper. You know, when you knit something and you make a really big mistake. I mean, I knit and crochet, and quite often I make huge, ridiculous mistakes, especially if you're doing something that's complex, like an Aran sweater or something like that. And you look at it and you think, oh, it's lovely, and then you realise there's a massive glaring mistake, and you've got to unpick the whole lot. You've got to go all the way back, like halfway down again. This feels like he's unpicking stuff. He's going back to what happened, why it happened, people's perception of him, why, and he's unpicking everything. And he is benefiting in one way and not in another from his solitude. So, and the answer to whether he's going to go to another a lower security prison is, this is it. That answer swings in the balance. This is up to a judge. Now, the person who called for his arrest was Lord Hermer, the Attorney General, Keir Starmer's mate. He wasn't arrested by the police for it. He was arrested by the Attorney General in a civil case. And it will be the Attorney General that decides whether he's had enough, whether he needs to stop the prison system and from Tommy being tortured in prison, because it is like torture. So it's down to the Attorney General to reverse that decision. And will he? Because he's under the spotlight right now over how much money he's earned for representing Shamima Begum and Jerry Adams, and there's other bits of scrutiny he's under right now. And he thinks that because he's the Attorney General, he don't have to do anything. And then we've got the Four of Swords. So this is I think Tommy's going to struggle. I think he's trying to keep on top of things. He's trying to keep on top of his mind. He knows what's going on. He knows why it's happening. He's fueled by the march tomorrow. He's full of hope. He's got people trying to help him out. He's trying to go to somewhere less maximum security than he's in. He's got solicitors and everybody around him. But the thing is, he's also got people against him that are in very high places and have been parachuted in without actually being an MP. And he's, on the one hand, he's really, really positive. He knows why. He's very logical. And on another hand, he's feeling like he can't win. He can't win. And so he's trying his best to take it in his stride. So if the people don't manage to make the government sit up and do something decent, then I'm afraid Tommy Robinson may become mentally unwell. In fact, I'm worried whether he's already mentally unwell because of the 3 months in solitary confinement. So all we can do is send your love and support. Keep sending your letters. Apparently, he's not allowed to. He can't read all of his letters all day because it takes too many staff to read his letters before they can give him. Apparently, that's keeping him busy and keeping him occupied. But then again, I'm not sure what his food situation is. But it does feel very much like he's trying to. He's justifying in his mind. He knows what's going on, but on the other hand, it's affecting him. This the way he's been incarcerated is affecting him, and I don't know what we can do to get him out. Apart from the only thing I can think of is if thousands upon thousands of us email or write to the prison governor at Woodhill Prison in Milton Keynes, and I think that might well be something that we need to put pressure on. Email your MP. I'm only a small channel. I'm only 2,000 people. I think we need to make a big noise now. I think we all need to make a big noise. Because Stephen is one of us. He's been for us. He continues to be for us. But he's still got a lot to say. He's still got a lot to say. And some of the things he's got to say we've never heard before. And it's important he gets the opportunity to say it. Anyway, that's your reading for today. Yeah. God bless Tommy Robinson.